you got it. Go snatch it, skirt the lot. Go ahead, jump it, hop on it, hop at it. Rep for your bra, for your post, your pop, and your projects. Pain driven, itching, drumming. Look how far we coming. Heartbeat on the streets, you can do it. Ain't real for the weekend.
Coach, thank you. We have playoff football and bone-chilling playoff football at that in the city of brotherly love at Lincoln Financial Field. Ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game as we've got a great one in store between the Arizona Cardinals and the Philadelphia Eagles. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run on first down. Lyles, the game's first play, produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Lyles. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. It's long. And he's got some space here. A big-time play there by the Cardinals. 49 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Lyles. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. He rifles one that's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. They could not ask for a worse start. You give up a touchdown on the game's opening drive, and then you turn right around and throw the interception on your very first play.
And this is where the coaching staff has to earn its money because they've got to calm these guys down a little bit. Just as you noted, a horrendous start both sides of the ball. But now the defense, which gave up an opening drive touchdown, they've got to go out there now and start playing like the team they want to be. But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Now a give, right side. Lyles. Ooh, with a juke. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On first down, Long. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's long. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
On 3rd down, Lyles. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting... And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 14-0.
14, Eagles nothing.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Grade 15, grade 15. Hey, 25's the mic. We got 25's the mic. Hey, Echo. Hey, 25's the mic. We got 25's the mic. Bandit. Bandit. Hey, 25's the mic. We got 25's the mic. You ain't going nowhere.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll have it 1st down past the 40 as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well.
1st and 10 at the
Mike, waiting. Man, 5-7. Switch it, switch. Black, come on. Switch it.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage. All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
And the Cardinals, they trot out their dime package for 3rd down.
Mike 19. Hey, Alpha. Mike 19. Mike 19. Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Listen.
Working from the gun, Wentz. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down.
Great 57. Mike 19, Mike 19. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off. Bravo. Mike 19, Mike 19. Here it comes. Sunday. 19, Mike 19. Hey, me and you all day. All day. I'm coming after you.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th.
This time, 7. Check. Mike 19. Hey, Delta. I'm trying to collect. Mike 19, Mike 19. It's a party now. Mike 19, Mike 19. 81. Here we go. Mike 19, Mike 19. Hey, high 7. Mike 19, Mike 19. You got nothing to do.
They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Lyles, 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Eagles nothing.
On 2nd down now, Lyles. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 12 yards the pickup, good enough for an Arizona 1st.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Check pass. Hey, look, 3.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A Cardinal 1st down on a gain of 13. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. And now Murray's going to set up to throw. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
1st and goal, Arizona.
Down. Strip the outlaw. 59. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great play there. Saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think he got caught in between and created a foul.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Come get some. 74, 74. Seven's a mark. He's tired of you. He's tired of us. Like 7.
Now Wentz. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Now Wentz on 3rd down. And that's knocked away and incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have, and think back to our meeting with the head coach, and we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Watch the screen, watch the screen.
On 3rd down, Lyles. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Okay, ready? Let's go, let's go.
Play fake, Murray. Flush to his right, and he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9".
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On 3rd down, Lyles. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. A final shot before half from Murray. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
3-5-7. Seven's a Mike. Mike 7. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Wentz. He's letting this one go for Fuller. This is caught at the 20. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field. A big play there for Philly. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down.
Let's bring it. Check your hot read.
To throw, it's Wentz. Buying time to his left. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Got his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
Set, hut. Right there. 40's Mike. Here we go. Slam. Under 10. 10. Go.
On 1st down, Long. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Long. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Ready up. Check. 59. Come on, boy. You better be ready. 3.
On 3rd down, Lyles. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on 1st down. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal 1st down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Good shots, baby. That's a baby shot. Mike 5'9". Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on 66. Roll it. Half.
And to give this time to the tailback. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on second and 8. Murray. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 23. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll run on first down. Lyles, he is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Tackle made at the 21-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lyles. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Cardinals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. On third down, it's long. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. They have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
Cardinals first down.
Ready? 40's Mike. 40's a Mike. 40's a Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
On first down, Lyles. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lyles. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. The Cardinals on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. On third down, Lyles. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They won on 2 fronts there, so to speak, Charles. Not only do they stop him short of the first, they get him out of bounds and stop the clock.
Yeah, they won. The offensive guys lost because they wanted to stay in bounds and have that clock run or force you to use timeouts. Instead, the defense won, as you mentioned, on both fronts.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Here we go on 4th down. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They opt to go for it, and they get it. 1st and goal after a pickup of 5. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, well, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week, but you wonder how they'll respond with that extra time off.
It seems like they've been running uphill all game.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Handoff, Coleman, right side. And some strong running. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And they give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Sunday. 80 weapon. SOS. He's coming.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Pull it together.
Throwing is Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's got the 1st down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 44, Wentz. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Let's make these babies cry all the way.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. And that is incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Hey, Foxtrot. 59. Mike's 59. Come on, D. Mike's 5'9". Come on. Forward, Tokyo. 59, Mike. 59. Check. 59.
Wentz to throw for it on 4th. Forced out to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Chandler Jones. And as a result, their playoff run may end right here. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. On 1st down, Lyles. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
We call a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Murray's going to look to throw this thing. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5. Well, you don't usually get a sack from a nose tackle spot, but we got one there.
No, we don't, and a lot of the times in passing situations, they end up off the field anyway. So how happy was he to work his way back to the quarterback and put him on the ground? He's going to have to put a nickname after something like that, some Big Jelly or something like that.
9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
Here we go. Time to end it. Hey, defense, let's go.
S-T-R-O. Yeah.
How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?